to the HD podcast. I am Jesse. If you guys are new, if not, welcome back. And today's video is the first of its own because today I am starting my very own podcast. Podcast is going to be a calm, safe place for you guys to watch, stream, or listen to. And today's topic is something very personal to me, something that only a few people know in my life. It's something that I want to share on my channel because I know a lot of people go through bullying or have been bullied. And I just want to open up and just tell you guys that I have been bullied, and especially during my freshman year of high school, which I think was the worst year of my school year. For me, that was a dark time in my life. I'll just give you guys a little bit of a backstory. So the first month of my freshman year of high school, I went to two different high schools. So the first high school that I went to, I was there for about 2 weeks. I had all of my friends from middle school, so that is why I went to that high school. But there was a day where I let someone see my homework, and the teacher, she saw that. She made such a big deal, and she sent me and him to the principal's office. We had detention. I thought I would get a warning and stuff, but no, like they took it really seriously, and my dad had to get involved, which I ended up leaving that high school. So I went to the rival high school, which was closer to my house, and it was hard because I did not know anyone. There was a lot of new people. I felt like a loner. I dreaded lunch. Lunch was horrible for me because it was like an hour long and everyone had their group of friends, their cliques, and I just felt like such an outcast. But I remember there's a few people who I met in my math class, and I told them, I was like, can I just sit with you guys for lunch? Like, I don't know anyone and I don't want to be by myself, because I feel like people would make fun of people who were loners in a way. But now that I think of it, it's like, why did I even care, you know? But at that time, I met up with this group of people who I didn't know anyone. I didn't really know who they were or what they do. And they sat on the floor of the senior tables. So all the senior tables were right here, the football jocks, the cheerleaders, all the popular kids, and we sat on the floor right there. So it was tough. I remember being depressed that I didn't have any friends at the time, but that is when I went to Instagram, and I had a following at the time, which I had, I believe, around 10k followers, but back then 10,000 was like 100,000. So I would post a lot of silly stuff, fun stuff that stuff that was me, basically. And I didn't think anyone would find my page at school just because I was new and I didn't really know anyone. So I was like, you know what, let me just post all my stuff online. So when some girl in my English class found out that I had that account, and she was like, oh my gosh, you're Instagram famous, blah blah blah, she spread it around to a lot of other people in the school, which was kind of a good thing, but then at the same time it was a bad thing because people were constantly asking me for shoutouts, and it got really annoying. I remember in PE there was someone who kind of gave off a bully presence, and he would always ask me for a shout out. And I remember there was one day where he was like, if you don't give me a shout out, I'm gonna beat you up. And it scared me at first a little bit, just because I didn't really know this person. I didn't know if he was actually gonna beat me up or if he would find me. So I just remember when I had my last class of the day, I would book it to the car, go home, and just try to avoid this person as much as I could. But then I feel like more bullying started happening. There was someone else in my PE class, the person who I would change next to, And he was a junior, I was a freshman, and this guy would call me all of the names in the book. He would call me the F slur, the P word, the just such horrible things that I feel like words stick to you and words can hurt. And I just remember dealing with that. I would hold in my tears because I wouldn't want to show someone that they won. And I wish at the time I would have stood up for myself, but I was just so shy. I'm still a really shy person. And at that time I just couldn't, and I let everything bottle in for a long time. And after that happened or was happening, I remember other people in my school would comment about the way I would walk, the way I would talk, everything that I did. It was hard because I just felt like people were observing me a lot, judging me, and even like the way I walk. Like they would say, well, why do you walk with your head down? Why do you walk slow motion? Why do you walk like this? Or why do you talk like this? You talk like you have braces. And I felt like that is when I started to lose my confidence, started believing everyone, and my anxiety came in, depression came in, and the bullying really got to me because this was going on for a while. It wasn't just one day here, one day there. It was constant, and no one really knew what was going on. My family didn't know. No one. None of my friends at the time. I didn't tell anyone because I'd rather keep it to myself, which I feel like is a mistake. It's better to open up about it than to keep it in, because for me, keeping it in led me down a really dark path. I just remember bullying was so much that it almost made me take my life. And from that point, that is when I opened up to everyone and let them know what was going on in school and how I felt. How I just felt so just not myself anymore. If someone is going through that, just know that you know yourself the best. Don't let other people's opinions affect you. Just let it slide off like butter. You guys are worthy. You guys are beautiful. Feel free to reach out, DM me. If you need someone, just know you are not alone in this world. And things will get better, I promise. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. As cheesy as that sounds, it is true, and you'll get through it. If you made it this far, you are awesome, and I will see you guys on the next video. The next video, you guys, will not be such a downer. The next one will be a bunch of happy thoughts and positivity, and just know that I'm very grateful for every single one of you guys who watched today's video. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys on the next podcast. Bye.